It's Gateway Drive Time with Roz, and as always, we try to do some analysis on some of the things in life. And of course, we've seen the Lionesses in their marvellous victory over Italy on Tuesday. There was another game on the television last night. It was Spain versus Germany, Spain victorious, so England versus Spain in the Women's Euros finals on Sunday. And the search for perfectionism, I wanted to talk about here, and the pressure that we put ourselves under, when we're in the spotlight. And Aylin Webb is one of the people who can talk about the resilient professional, joins me now. 8 strategies for career success and anxiety management. I've got your book in front of me, Aylin, and sort of applying this to the Lionesses. They're doing exceptionally well in the Women's Euros. I'm sure they'll have a tough time against Spain, but of course the pressure is to succeed and to win, isn't it? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too, Ross. Nice to see you again. Yes, there is pressure to win, isn't there? And the thing is, there are always winners, and there are always the part that loses.
Yeah, and a particular piece in your book, and I mean, it applies to work as well, the world of work as well as the world of sport. You're more likely to beat yourself up over the constant pursuit of success. You may have recently received a promotion, but you'll dismiss it and think anyone could do it. It's no big deal. If you fail, you get promoted next time. You're likely to ignore your previous successes and feel doomed to fail.
Yeah, exactly. This is also about perfectionism, Ross, because what is success? How would you define that? Many people define success with external.
100%, I would say. I strive for 100%. It's not always achievable, though, is it, Eileen?
Well, firstly, no, external achievements. If you look at whether how many times you win, whether you get the job, whether you pass the interview, whether you pass the exam, is it possible to get every job you applied for? Is it possible to pass every single exam? Maybe for some, but for most, no. And with every fail, we learn something. Quite often when you fail, you will find out, oh, what questions you didn't do well, and you will never forget them.
Mm.
So it's like the building blocks to success.
Yeah, building
But
blocks to success. But perhaps then, Eileen, it depends on the kind of person you are. If you're a sensitive person, and I was always a sensitive child, failure could be catastrophic.
it depends on what you have learned when you were little, Ross, because success is just a word, right? Success. And if you say it backwards, how would you say it?
Yeah. I'll have to write it down. Go on, you tell
Secos
me.
or something. Secos. It means nothing. So you can see it's just word. It's just a word. All the meanings about that word is something that we learn from the society.
Yeah. But of
And
course, some of the
being
things we take from
aware.
society as well can affect us. And we know that Jess Carter, the England defender, has had a lot of racial abuse at Euro 2025. And of course, I keep telling people that get abused online, don't keep looking at social media, don't keep looking at posts, don't Google your own name, because you're not going to like everything you see or everything that people say about you.
If we are putting our self-worth in one thing, if you're putting your whole self-worth into winning that game, into passing that interview and getting the job, then your self-worth will fluctuate and boost, depending on the situation. So building it from external in is very dangerous.
Mm.
It's okay to fulfill, of course, it's wonderful to fulfill your potential. However, if you're putting your self worth into all of your achievements, and when you fail one thing, you are unworthy, then you can see that can really affect our self-esteem
Mm.
and how we feel about ourselves.
What would your tips be for improving oneself and becoming tougher, developing perhaps a thicker skin?
I would say, Ross, I would say that I think success is really more about being aligned with your values, with what really matters to you. And that could, of course, include what you do. And hopefully you enjoy it, because the more you enjoy your job, the freer you are. But being aligned with your values in general will make you feel free and in peace as
Mm.
well. And being kind and self-compassionate
Yeah.
and accepting that you are only human. You will fail some, you will win some, and that's what makes you special. And that is the pathway to being a resilient professional as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's an old saying, isn't there? Win some, lose some.
Absolutely. And being accepting of that, being okay with that, because it's not black and white. The world is not black and white. You can see when you look at the nature that it's messy, right? But there is a beauty in that mess. And so we are not perfect. We cannot be perfect, but we are wonderful exactly as we are learning, as we are failing. I don't like the word fail because I
Mm.
think that society puts a very negative
Mm.
meaning to it. And I think it's a ping. I think it's a bounce where you go for something and it doesn't happen, you bounce, bing, to
Mm.
next thing so you can try another thing.
Well, two more sayings. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Isn't there?
Again and
Yeah,
again.
and again and again. Yeah, exactly. And there's another one as well which has gone right out of my head at the moment. But you know, applying this to Sunday, our lionesses will be cheered on. Certainly at home with me and my other half, we know that royalty is heading out to Switzerland to support them on Sunday, and we want to wish the Lionesses well. And of course, your book. Lastly, then, Aylin, we've got to talk about where to get your book if anybody wants it. I'm finding it a fantastic read, up to
Oh,
chapter 3.
wonderful. Thank
8
you.
strategies for career success and anxiety management. I think we could all do with something like this to thumb through when we need it. Where can our listeners go to get it?
You can find it on Amazon, amazon.co.uk. It's available on all Amazon sites, really, and you just have to write the Resilient Professional or my name, Aylin Webb Books, and you will get the list of my books. There's also another one called Perfectly Imperfect. So if you are having issues with your perfectionism tendencies, and that is all about rigidity, all or nothing. If I don't get the job, I am nothing. I am a failure. And be careful with that, because not getting the job or not winning the game, does that define you? Okay, we lost a game, we failed this time, but that doesn't mean you are. And that's the dangerous thing. People call themselves, they define themselves as if they are defined by failure. They are failure.
Mm.
No, it's just about, oh, I failed to get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not you, it's the situation.
Mm.
It's not who you are. So I think that's really one of the most important things.
Yes.
And
And the
yeah,
saying that's popped right back into my head, the one that popped out, has popped back in again. If you can't please everybody, but you know please yourself.
because if you become best friends with yourself, you'll never be alone.
Fabulous chatting with you, Aylin Webb, and come back and see us soon right here on Gateway 97.8.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.